Tirpitz, one of the famous ships in history, is not a new ship in the game, but it was frequently asked by many of my followers. Today let's play some Tirpitz without asking why Tirpitz when we have Gneisenau and Bismarck. I am Lord Jim, you content with a new battleship, Tirpitz. Designed as a Bismarck-class battleship, the Tirpitz was a marvel of engineering, embodying the German Navy's pursuit of naval supremacy. The two Bismarck-class battleships were designed in the mid-1930s by the German Kriegsmarine as a counter to French naval expansion. Tirpitz was the largest ship left in the German Navy after the sinking of the Bismarck during World War II. The name of the new battleship paid tribute to Grand Admiral Alfred von Tirpitz, who worked with the Kaiser to create Germany's powerful and impressive high seas fleet, which served and protected the. Now let's go back to Blitz and see how Tirpitz can be played with examples. First of all, don't forget that this ship doesn't have much of an advantage over its techline counterparts, so Tirpitz is not a powerful ship in the game. Especially considering that there are an incredible number of premium battleships in Tier 8, we can say that there is no trace of Tirpitz's historical grandeur in the game. Although it doesn't seem logical to spend gold on Tirpitz right now, we can talk about how we can develop a playstyle for those who have already bought this ship. Tirpitz is a brawler, but one important thing to remember is that Tirpitz has fallen from its place as the top brawler at Tier 8, for a number of reasons. There are a lot of Tier 8 battleships that is fully capable of outbrawling the Tirpitz. However, if you find yourself in a close-range fight, your torpedoes can provide a valuable advantage. But if you intend to utilize a brawling playstyle, remember that you are no longer assured of victory at close range. In this gameplay, I will show how to deal with a destroyer easily with Tirpitz. We don't get close and waiting the destroyer send her torpedoes and finishing her smoke generator, then we can easily hit the destroyer with main and secondary guns. The cruiser that comes to help to the destroyer is making a deadly mistake cause Tirpitz loves sinking cruisers. We can deal with the cruiser while destroyer's smoke generator ends. I know that Split Destroyer can't hit me from this range with her torpedoes. Let's see another situation with Tirpitz. Now, I'm going to take a risk here and I want to see Tirpitz's brawler power together. Normally there's no point in getting into a brawl with two battleships and Tirpitz can't handle it, but I plan to use the small island in between as a shield for myself. If I succeed, the two battleships in the game will disappear, but I will most likely be sunk. The question of why Tirpitz when there is Bismarck is always in my ear. Because the Bismarck is quite powerful, the only thing it lacks is torpedoes. However, collectors and historical ship enthusiasts may have bought Tirpitz. In this respect, Tirpitz is definitely enjoyable to play. Tirpitz guns are not accurate. I will make two different comments in the setup section. Now I have to deal with these two battleships. Many Tirpitz captains will put too much or not enough trust in her armor, either rushing too far forward for a torpedo rush and quickly sinking from a focused enemy barrage, or staying too far back, where her guns are inaccurate, lose power, and make her vulnerable to plunging fire. The key to success with Tirpitz is proper positioning and knowing the right balance for your positioning in a given scenario. One important thing to remember is that Tirpitz has fallen from its place as the top brawler at Tier 8 for a number of reasons. There are a lot of Tier 8 battleships that is fully capable of outbrawling the Tirpitz. However, if you find yourself in a close-range fight, your torpedoes can provide a valuable advantage. But if you intend to utilize a brawling playstyle, remember that you are no longer assured of victory at close range. My most important warning to those who will play with Tirpitz is that they should not enter into fast pushes with this ship at the beginning of the game. You need to position yourself very well, follow the course of the game well and plan well when Tirpitz will come on stage. However, unfortunately this is something you cannot do in every game. This is what makes Tirpitz a difficult ship. Tirpitz is capable ship in the right hands, and especially inside its torpedo range, is not to be underestimated. However, it has become very difficult to play effectively. With all these things considered, team play and knowing where to be, when to be there, and using her assets effectively when you get there will carry you to victory.
中を確認。敵艦の走行を貫通。敵艦の走行を貫通した。
In here I have 3 enemy battleships in front of me and the game is not going well for me. Again I will use island to deal with them, but I have very limited situation. Let's talk about the setup for Tirpitz. In Tirpitz setup, you can strengthen the secondary guns to increase his brawler feature. I used this in some of the games you just watched, but I noticed that I got a better result when I increased the accuracy of the main battery, which is the main striking power, with the main battery dispersion equipment. After all, this is not Preußen. Secondary batteries are important, but if the main guns are not accurate, it is more difficult to recover with the secondary. The historical camo features of the ship are quite good. Of course you can play this ship with a standard commander, but here I am sharing to legendary commander setups with you. I am Lord Jim. Subscribe and like to support. Thanks for watching. Find me on the Foundation Discord. Leaving you with Tirpitz painting and pictures. See you next time.